What did I tell you guys? Whoever established the rhythm in this fight was going to win. And Jonathan Haggerty did just that. He didn't allow Yuki Yoza to break his rhythm. He was controlling the rhythm of the fight, controlling the timing of every single exchanges. And he controlled the distance between him and Yoza. And he turned this fight into a complete striking masterclass. Haggerty was moving beautifully in there. He was flowing like a butterfly and stinging like a bee. He was not just throwing random shots. Everything had purpose. He would enter, land combinations, and angle off with lead hook, reset, and make Yoza walk onto a knee. Every time Yoza tried to pressure forward, Haggerty had an answer waiting for him. That right knee worked extremely well. It cut Yoza off and made him reset. One of the biggest key takeaways from this fight was how Haggerty countered Yuki Yoza leg kick by switching stances. Yoza calf kick are one of the most dangerous weapons in combat sports history, but calf kicks won't work unless you repeat the same target over and over again. But since Haggerty refused to give Yoza the same look, there was no consistency among the targets. He kept switching stance, changing the target, changing the angle, and making it hard for Yoza to build damage on one leg. And that destroys Yoza's rhythm. When Yoza could not establish the rhythm, he got frustrated. He could not slow Haggerty down. He could not plant him in front of him. He could not force him into any kinds of fights and exchanges where Yoza had an edge on him. Yoza had to throw random shots when he had a chance. He was blasting lead hooks and body hooks and leg kicks without purpose. Haggerty shelled up perfectly and his defense was flawless. Haggerty landing big knees was a huge part of this fight. Yoza kept trying to close the distance with his high guard, but Haggerty had him figured out. When Yoza stepped in straight, Haggerty made him pay with knees up the middle. He matched Yoza entries with that stabbing knee the moment he was in range.
8, 7, 6, 5.
The stabbing knee was not only damaging, it was a rhythm breaker. And for a pressure fighter like Yoza, hesitation is dangerous. Once he could not freely enter the range, he had to force his way in, and that made him predictable. Then you look at Haggerty's boxing, it was just levels above Yoza's boxing. He was throwing sharp combinations over and over again, mixing the uppercut and left hook, then angling out before Yoza could catch him. Yoza was super frustrated, getting outstruck the whole entire night. This is what made the performance look so smooth. Haggerty was not just throwing combinations for damage, he was using combinations to move around Yoza's guard. The lead hook helped him pivot out, change the angle, and reset, exchanging on his terms. Defensively, Haggerty was also locked in. In round 4 and 5, Haggerty was getting tired, and Yuki Yoza was throwing bombs at him, but his high guard defended every single shot from Yoza. Yoza had moments where he tried to explode, but Haggerty stayed calm. He did not panic. And this is what makes Haggerty so dangerous at 145 pounds. At his natural weight, he looked stronger, sharper, and more complete. He did not look drained and undersized like when he fought Rotang. Even the softest shots would crumble Haggerty at 135. This was not just a win, this was a statement for Haggerty. Yoza overlooked him, and Haggerty proved him wrong. I'm excited for the upcoming contender to challenge for Haggerty's bantamweight kickboxing belt. Who do you guys think deserves the next challenge at his belt?